Are you serious? Are you serious? What? Yes. We've got breaking news for you today. We're going to tell you all about it. I want to first thank...
Are you serious?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
What?
No, I already said that. I want to thank Bob Wilson for sending me this wonderful jersey, Dodgers jersey. Very comfortable, and I know he loves the Dodgers. So thanks for sending it, Bob. I really appreciate it. He has a great show that he has also that he has been doing, podcast. I'm going to be on it again, and I'll let you know more about that and where you can watch it, okay? Here's the deal. Before we get into Kamala Harris and her new role, let's first take a break and go straight to www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Noble Gold's CEO, Colin Plume, thinks that quantitative tightening is setting up the stage for a gold rally. In his interview with the National Desk, Colin Plume said that the tightening is pushing the dollar up. However, he predicts that by next year, the Fed will print money again to restart the economic activities. If you're thinking of gold and silver right now, Noble Gold is giving a free gold American Eagle coin with every eligible IRA or 401k rollover in this month of September. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Go to www.noblegoldinvestment.com. They're a Christian company, family owned, friends of our ministry. And the phone number to call them right now is 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them that Pastor Paul Begley sent you there. Kamala Harris in her new role. Now, there was a lot of rumors yesterday that were circling everywhere. Our phone rang off the hook, even after hours, people wondering what in the world's going on. But we of course immediately contacted all of our inside sources and also scoured every news agency there was in the world, and there was no indication at all that that said that the vice president had become acting president. There was nowhere, okay? But that was all of my inside sources. But here's what we do know, okay? We do know that Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, is taking on a new role. Matter of fact, what I wanted to do was, in the middle of this research, thinking, okay, a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm thinking, okay, something caused this reaction. Something caused this firestorm. So I said, let's see if we can dig deeper into this to try to understand where this may have come from, or misunderstanding, or what, or maybe, or is there some fire somewhere? Is there smoke? There must be fire. So we went digging deeper into the vice president's schedule. As a matter of fact, we found out this week on September 5th, the vice president, Monday morning, the vice president went from Washington, D.C. She departed en route to Boston, Massachusetts, and she left from Joint Base Air Force Base and arrived at Boston's Logan International Airport, and met and she took with her a pooled press corps from the press. Later that morning at 10:40, the vice president delivered remarks at the annual Greater Boston Labor Council at a breakfast. And these remarks at the Boston Park Plaza Hotel were also there. And it was open to a pre-credentialed media. So again, a controlled media environment. Later that morning at 11:25, the vice president convened at a round table. Now this is where it gets interesting. She convened at a round table with the union members and organizers. This meeting at the Boston Park Plaza Hotel with, again, a pool of spray reporters at the top, open to pre-credentialed media. So, again, pre-credentialed. You had to be credentialed, you had to be authorized, and you had to be pre-selected. Again, a controlled media environment, keeping things very tight. for the vice president. And then at 12:50 p.m. on Monday, the vice president departed Boston's Massachusetts en route to Washington, D.C. This departure was from Boston's Logan International Airport, and she arrived at Joint Base Andrews with this selected, credentialed, pooled press corps. So it was a short morning. She was, she was gone 4 hours total, and it was in two controlled environments. That was Monday. Now, yesterday, this might be where there's some smoke, where the smoke came from. There was reports, of course, of a leaked document, but I cannot confirm that at all, and none of my inside sources can confirm that there was a change in the presidency. But here's what I do know. The Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, attended a cabinet meeting. She did attend a cabinet meeting. This meeting was in the cabinet room and with a select pool of reporters were present. It does not say what the agenda was. We have no idea what this agenda was. A cabinet meeting with the Vice President of the United States. Okay? This is huge because the President of the United States was not present. That did happen yesterday. And I think that's where some of the confusion came out of that meeting. So here's today. Today at 1:30 this afternoon, Vice President Kamala Harris and her second gentleman, or her husband, will attend, get this, with President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, the unveiling of the Obamas' official White House portrait. This event will take place in the East Room and will be open to just a pre-credentialed media. The question is President Joe Biden also going to be present? I think he is, because always the President of the United States reveals the portrait of the past presidents. But it doesn't say that on her calendar. It just says she will be attending. I assume that President Biden will be running that meeting. So I think where the confusion came from, folks, was that there was a meeting, a cabinet meeting in which she was involved in, took place yesterday afternoon without the President of the United States. And I think that some rumors came out of there and created a firestorm that really there's nothing there, okay? Yes, Pastor John Gidley is telling you that this was, I know exactly, yeah. Pastor, you're right. That was the firestorm. That's where it was originated, and that's what was reported. But I can tell you that did not happen. That did not happen. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't some things discussed in that meeting, in that cabinet meeting, that may have had something to do with the vice president potentially being prepared for a higher office. I'm not, I can't verify nor deny that. I do know the meeting took place. And I know there was a leaked document that came out of it that may have had a misprint on it. It may have been misprinted. And so that may have caused the firestorm. Sometimes, we all know that the President of the United States has been struggling to some degree with his health. And so, people watch meetings that are taking place. People keep a close eye on what's going on in Washington. If they see anything that looks different, they want to say something about it. Mika Chan got her CD. She got her CD on Harmonize and Prophesy. All right. And Mika, and for all of you, you can also get the flash drive, guys. So you can either order the CD of our brand new album, Harmonize and Prophesy, or you can get the flash drive of it. Easy for me to ship it straight to you. We've got them in hand. We will ship them ASAP. Order yours today. Harmonize and Prophesy. It is crystal clear on these flash drives. They sound amazing. Speaking of flash drives, we just got in this morning the DVD heavenly encounter, the video, the complete unedited version of the interview I had with Steve Boyles on his heavenly encounter when he spent 45 days in a respirator, near-death experience 7 times. So he nearly died 7 times. He was on a respirator for 45 days, and that's when he tells you an angel came and took him to heaven for a little while and gave him a tour of heaven, and he met family members, pets, people, and even Jesus Christ. This is a great interview. Well, we showed you part of it on television last week. This week we're going to have part 2, give you more of that interview. But the unedited version, all of it is on here. And so if you want to get this, you can get right now. If you go to my website right now, you can order the flash drive of it, and I'll ship it today. The DVDs of it are coming in any day now. They're not here yet. The flash drives got here first. But place your order now for either one for Heavenly Encounters. Heavenly Encounters. There's a flash drive and a DVD. So I see right now that Beautiful Story has just posted the DVD link. And if you go to my website, you can also find out there is a flash drive link. You go there, and if you go to the publiclyprophecy.org or publiclyprophecy.com, you will find, if you go to the DVD section in the store, look on the store, go to the DVD section, you'll find you can either order the DVD or the flash drive. The flash drive is video. You'll see the entire 52-minute unedited version of this powerful webinar. Powerful interview that I did with Stephen Boyle from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I went right to his home in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and interviewed him. And it's an unedited version of Heavenly Encounter. Yes. So, but I think Kamala Harris, look, let's just understand the role she has. She's the vice president of the United States. That's a big role. She's also in charge of the border, the southern border, in which she did make one trip to a couple countries and she said she's trying to find the root cause. She has held a summit over in San Diego, but none of the Venezuela, Honduras, Mexico, or Guatemala, none of the presidents or none of their vice presidents came to the summit to discuss how to stop the flow of migration across the southern border, which is now at over 2.7 million people just in this year, which is all-time insanely record-breaking. We're going to go over 300. We're going to go over 3 million people before the year is over. There's no doubt. So she's in charge of that, though. She is the border czar, and she was also given another role to look after. And she's been sent on a couple other missions to different countries like Singapore and places. She is taking on quite a bit, but now she is going to help show off the brand new White House portrait of President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. So it's, again, very important duties. That's where she's at. And that's the information we have. That is the information we have. And but there has been no other verification on anything else. So I know you guys have been ringing my phone off the hook. The emails have been flying. You're saying, Pastor Begley, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? We did. We contacted every source we have in the government. And there's no absolute nothing. Kamala Harris is the vice president. But there could have been, where the confusion came, was the fact she attended a cabinet meeting. And this is important. She did attend a cabinet meeting without the president, with the rest of the cabinet. And what was discussed there has not been released. That we do know that some kind of a memo leaked out of there that may have had a misprint on it, a typo, which created this potential firestorm. I don't know. But I can tell you now, nothing has changed. Everything is status quo. everything as always. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris is right now at the top of our government, and so we'll keep a close eye on this. It's quite interesting, but we're living in the days where the Bible says these things are going to happen. We're going to have, when you talk about all kinds of different things, the rumors do accidentally happen, especially when people are anticipating something or think that it's a possibility. It really does. It really can happen, and it's unintentional, but it really, really can happen. I'll be right back after this song in just a moment. And don't forget today's live broadcast at 12 noon Eastern, a rundown on all of the current world events. It will be amazing. I'll be in the Salvation Station, 12 noon. I see geese flying high above the water, a child fishing with his father in the rain. I can smell blackberry brandy and chocolate-covered candies. I see a soldier crying on a train, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. I feel the deepness of his weakness. I can taste the brandy sweetness at a roadside Idaho cafe. I can hear old Teddy laughing, Fitzgerald's toes a-tapping to the roaring sounds of yesterday, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And a shotgun blast echoed across the page, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Thank you, guys. Beautiful song written by Mike Ward. I don't know if you guys know, Mike Ward has written several songs that actually have been hits and made the top 40 for several different artists. He wrote that song, and none of the big artists recorded. Actually, Wynonna Judd was going to record it. She had agreed to record that song on her album. And the night before she was to go into studio, her husband was in a horrible motorcycle accident. And so she canceled the album. And then later, believe it or not, this is unbelievable, Elton John heard the song and decided he was going to record it and make it on one of his albums. I don't know which one, but he had already committed to do it. But then another song came along that he liked better, and he dropped this one, or he would have recorded it. So it's kind of interesting. This is how songs are done this way. And so the other song I recorded, one of the other songs I recorded on my album, and you can get my album either on CD or on flash drive, Harmonize and Prophesy, is a song written by, boy, I forgot the guy who wrote the name of the song, but it was sang by Aaron Lewis, and that is Everybody Talks to God. This is another song that was written and was tossed around, and Israel Hall knew this because Israel had been performing and working with many of the major artists in Nashville. He knows a lot of Israel traveled for 2 years with Leanne Rimes, and he knew a lot of the artists, and he knew that a lot of the big country artists had really thought about recording this song, and that is Everybody Talks to God. But as it's true with anything, each time that it was potentially going to go on an album or was close to being chosen, it got kicked aside. And this went on for 20 years. This song bounced around Nashville for 20 years. And finally, Aaron Lewis decided that he liked this song. He felt like it had a powerful message. And he felt like, hey, you know what? I think I want to go ahead and record this song. I can't. And he kept saying, I can't believe nobody has recorded this song. And so he recorded it. I heard it. Get this. It's funny how things work in life. I think God was saving this song for me specifically. I heard the song. I got up the morning I was in Nashville, Tennessee. And me and Heidi were in Nashville. My granddaughter Lexi was there. Israel Hall was there. Joseph Shackelford was there. Renee Ture was there. All these musicians we had gathered from Alabama and from Eastern Corbin and all these wonderful musicians, some of the best in the world, to help do this album. We were all in Nashville, and it's the morning to go to the studio. And I only have 9 songs. I'm going to record an album with 10 songs. I only have 9. And I just could never figure out what is the 10th song. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just grab a hymnal and, just pull a hymnal out and redo a hymnal and it'll be fine. I got to that point. I didn't know. I wanted to put a song out that was original or fairly original and or new or had a great meaning. And you have to understand, there's songs that I recorded like I Believe. I recorded that in my last album, The Journey. I Believe, a song by Ronnie Dunn, Brooks and Dunn. Or Reba McEntire's song, what was it? Her song was, now I can't remember, but great song about how we all need to start praying. Give it back to God, I think is the name of the song. Give it back to God. Some songs like that, or I recorded once an album, on one of my albums I recorded Craig Morgan's song, That's What I Like About Sunday. Okay, another great song. I also recorded a song by Steve Wariner once called Holes in the Floor of Heaven. Okay, some of these were songs that were a Garth Brooks song because I felt it was so powerful. The lyrics were so powerful, and I thought if I sing that with a spiritual anointing, that your life is like a river, that and unless God is your captain, you're not going to make it. And the Lord spoke to me. I prayed about it, and the Lord said, record this song, because this song is going to touch a lot of hearts. A lot of people have already heard it, but you singing it with the emphasis on God leading you down the path of the river. So I recorded it because I felt it had a spiritual move. And we've actually used that song for many of our altar calls online, and many people have been saved during the altar calls of that song. But this song here, so to make a long story short, so I woke up the morning, I'm in Nashville, I'm getting dressed, I'm getting ready to go to the studio, and I only have 9 songs. And I turned on Fox News just to get a quick update, and Aaron Lewis was on the show, and he said, I'm breaking out a brand new album, and this is going to be the lead single. And he told the story. This song's been kicked around for 20 years in Nashville. I can't believe nobody's recorded it. I think this song has a great message, and they played the song. And when I heard the song, Everybody Talks to God, the Lord spoke to me and said, there's your 10th song. That's why you couldn't find a 10th song, because I had it for you, and I was holding it back for you until the time was right. And folks, today, the time is right now. And if you're not saved, give your life to Jesus Christ, because whether you believe in God or not, everybody talks to God. Billy Night Train, my good brother.
He was saying grace over a Tuesday blue plate special when the man in the next booth said, don't you watch TV? Don't you know that God's a myth? I hate to see you waste your breath. There ain't no use in you talking to a ghost that don't exist. The praying man said amen and looked up from his plate and said, you may not talk to God right now, but there's gonna come a day. If you're a farmer in the field, praying for the rain, or you curse him at the gravesite, 'cause he called a loved one's name, you can thank him, you can blame him, either way you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not, in the end, everybody talks to God. The man in the booth went quiet, 'cause he didn't have a comeback. So he shrugged it off and he paid his tab. He shuffled out the door, and the praying man, he prayed for the man who drove away, hoping he would see the light before it got too late. But how was he to know
Israel!
He touched an unbeliever's soul who got that conversation 2 red lights down the road. If you're a farmer in the field, praying for the rain, or you curse him at the gravesite, 'cause he called a loved one's name, you can thank him, you can blame him, either way you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not, in the end, everybody talks to God. Everybody talks to God. You can thank him, you can blame him, either way you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not, 'cause in the end, everybody talks to God. Everybody talks to God. We all talk to God.
coffee, anyone? Yes, I actually had a cup of coffee this morning with my mom and my dad, and they're both living here with us, and we had a great, it's fun. It's fun in the morning. Get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, have breakfast with mom and dad. Heidi made us some scrambled eggs and sausage that we get from the Amish here. Fresh, no GMOs, no hormones, none of that stuff. Just good, right off the farm food. So we're sitting there, we're having breakfast, we're drinking coffee, and we're watching. Mom and Dad like to watch Jimmy Swaggart in the morning. Every morning, they like to start their day with listening to Jimmy Swaggart and that panel talk about the cross, the power of the cross. For the Bible says, for the preaching of the cross, to them that perish is foolishness, but to us that are saved, it is the power of God. And so we're sitting there and we're listening to Jimmy and his panel of experts, and they're talking about the cross of Calvary and how we're saved by grace through faith. It's not in ourselves. It's a gift of God. It's not by works. At least any man would boast about that. Because then if you could be saved by your works, then you wouldn't need God. You just do it yourself. But our works are like filthy rags when it comes to God, because we're sin. We were born with a sinful nature. And the only way to have that nature cleansed is through the power of the blood of Jesus Christ. And so I enjoy that. So this morning we're sitting there, we're watching again. It was a very good conversation, of course. And then we get into scriptures, and Dad starts preaching at us, and then we have to all. And so it's a great way to start the day. Okay, it's a great way to start the day. So then I said, okay, guys, I got to get downstairs. I got to do some work, and also get ready for today's show. It's going to start at 12 noon. My son Bart Begley is going to co-host the show with me. Man, I really enjoyed it yesterday, doing the show with Bart, co-hosting with him. Does Pastor have a baseball shirt on? I do. And I got to tell you the story. There's a man out there, one of our online listeners, been with us a long time. His name's Bob Wilson. He's a big LA Dodgers fan. And he has his own podcast. And I've been on his podcast before. And this shirt showed up in the mail yesterday. And I said, where did this come from? The Dodgers. And because they, Heidi said, this came from Bob Wilson. I said, you know what? I'm going to wear that tomorrow. I'm just going to wear that tomorrow. It's comfortable. It feels good. It's the right time of year. It just feels good. I know the NFL season's starting, but that's all right. If you send in 2X, by the way, even though I've lost 30 pounds, I'm still wearing, I've lost 30 pounds. I can fit in a 1X, but it's tight. I don't want to go there. So just go ahead. If you're sending me a jersey from your favorite team, and you want me to wear it, send it in, and I'll wear a jersey. A jersey, though. It needs to be a jersey. T-shirts, I get tons of T-shirts. I just don't wear all the T-shirts I get. There's just too many. But if you send a jersey, your favorite team, whether it be the Green Bay Packers or the Chicago Bears, or it be the Miami Dolphins, or it be the Cincinnati Reds, you send in a jersey from your favorite team, or it can be college, it can be Alabama. I'll wear it even though I'm a Notre Dame. I wish somebody would send me a green Notre Dame jersey, one of the green jerseys that they break out every now and then. But anyway, if you send me a jersey or a hat, I will wear it at some point in time, and I'll throw them on. I just got a few sitting here right now. What do we got here? Yeah, I got. Boy, this will mess you up. California Angels and LA Dodgers. That'll mess somebody up. Here's the Tampa Bay Devil Rays special Jackie Robinson hat. That was cool. I got just an Indiana hat established in 1816. That's nice. And then I even got one of these. What? Be careful. Careful. That might give somebody a conniption fit somewhere in Washington. Anyway, guys, I'll be back. I'll see you guys at 12 noon, okay? What about Harris? Yeah, I just talked about that to start this entire thing. I'll get off here, rewatch the archives of this video I just now did. Just go back and play the video again, okay? And then you'll get the information on Kamala Harris, okay? How about the Brewers? Yeah, I'll wear the Milwaukee Brewers, of course. Anybody that sends me a professional jersey, a nice jersey, it's got to be nice, it's got to be a 2X. I'll wear it on the air, okay? All right. God bless all of you. I love you guys. And yeah, are you going to Israel with me? Are you going? Guys, send an email right now to find out more information with Tara Trogler. Go with us to Israel. Go with us to Israel. February 7th through the 17th, 2023. It'll be there. It will be there before we know it. It'll be time to go before you know it. And you'll say, why didn't I go? Why didn't I do it? I'll go with Begley next time. There may not be a next time, to be quite honest with you. This is my 11th trip. It takes a lot of work to take 50, 60, 80, 100 people to Israel. It takes a lot of work. Just be honest with you, looking after everybody, making sure everybody's okay. I may not do that again. I'm just being honest. I'm 60 years old. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. Things are changing also. The landscape of the political landscape, just the ability to travel, it's becoming more difficult. So you could still go. If you could pick up the phone this morning, call Noseworthy Travel. Tell them you want to go with Pastor Paul and Heidi Begley to Israel, February 7th through the 17th. There's the phone number, 1-800-929-4684. That's 1-800-929-4684, option 2. And put your $300 down, reserve your seat, and you have then till November 24th to pay in full, okay? November 24th to pay in full. All right, 60's the new 40. I know what you're saying. I know I'm young. I know. This is my 11th trip to Israel. I know. Certainly, if we don't have any more of these issues, like pandemics and all these restrictions and all this stuff. Right now, they've opened it up. There's no restrictions to go to Israel and back. No requirements. There's a window. God even told me, and I was praying. God said, Paul, I've opened a window for you. Take people to the Holy Land. Tell the people you want to take 100 people. There are people that need to go. There are people who said they would do this before the end of their life. Tell them they better get on this boat because it's about to leave. And so I'm doing that today, okay? I'm telling you that today. All right, guys, I'll let you go. See you at 12 noon on the coming apocalypse. You're the same age as me? Serious? Are you serious? Are you saved?